subdivision possibility over there in Joliet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for the last, we find anything on record as far as that being annexed. There was an agreement to annex back in.
I'm assuming.
That might disappear.
Right. With the city services in that proximity.
If they're annexed. If they're inside,
Are you sure, isn't it?
You need help with that, honey?
maybe.
Can we put it in?
500
Well,
Okay.
It's not very far.
Hey guys, how we doing?
you
by
good?
state statute.
Hi John, Henry. I don't have it.
Check with Forrest tomorrow morning at the admin building.
We're all set.
Yeah, he's got a preliminary.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Dave doesn't
meeting
have your
on
pajama, so.
subdivision.
There you are.
There you go.
Here in the corner. This is over in the corner. Here you go.
Yeah,
Hey
that's
Jimmy, how are you
my
doing?
usual spot.
I was saying, I'm taking home
I'll
stuff.
just get
Yeah,
back here
that's
by
what
you
you're
because I
doing.
have to make it quick.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Water issue in that kind of resolved. To me, it seemed like it shows lack of.
Did you get one of these?
I had one at
Do you
home.
have one, Jim?
Oh, really?
You want one?
Yeah.
Not really.
I'll take
They all get thrown away anyway, might as well
Sounds
take one.
like from DNRC that you can't put in wells.
No, he has to make their water, but it sounds like they have plenty of water.
Where are you sitting at? I'm right in those, I'm in those two chairs. I'll
You're in
move.
those two. I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm
infrastructure.
getting bigger.
Pipe.
Go
We have
ahead.
a sign-in sheet
Yeah,
on
we're
that
passing
goes
it
around,
around.
and then there's
That they
a,
have up and running.
Yeah, that's an impact.
We used to be have a way that we got between, I don't know how that
If
happened.
you're getting
I'll go
good
right.
water service.
Okay.
So this one's
So Andy,
available?
go ahead, honey, I didn't mean to
That's
get you.
money.
Yeah, those
We've also
are
got-
anything past the
No,
bottle.
I'll take care of that.
Anything past the bottle,
So
anything
the
past the
bottle,
bottle.
the
It all
bottle
has,
has its own
it also
chair.
has to do with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cooling it off for my daughter, she'll be here in a few minutes.
Say they need to do
Mind
that.
if I just come in here to next year, or you want?
No, not at all.
Mystery is gonna look like it's somebody lost it or.
No, you don't need that, because I wrote the other part.
Just a hurry.
Oh, you don't?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So you feeling any better?
Oh, sorry, Audrey.
You're fine.
It's coming around slowly.
Actually, I'm gonna do this, so it's a little bit more room. I mean, we're cozy and everything. You want inside or outside?
As far as
Sit outside.
I'm
I'm actually sitting outside. Do you want us to move over? No, you're just shelving. No, I was just kind of moving the chair, so it wasn't. You just think you're at home, we're rearranging the furniture, I got it. You can look into my windows. Not yet, okay.
having some signs. Sign
Oh, I'm
where I
sorry,
sign.
am I supposed to sign in? Yeah. You sure are.
That should be the sort of.
Oh, I did, well, didn't I?
The first they denied it.
I'm glad.
You want one of these, or you have that already?
I don't do
You have that.
I love
jam.
Oh, I hate it.
Meeting's over.
I do.
You have to walk down the sidewalk and look at what I've got inside the windows of my store.
Nice, okay.
But I
Wasn't in the
Cool.
It's illegal to take clothes off down the road.
Saying you gotta bring the
No, they were
service plan for 5 years.
No, that's.
Yeah, they had a subdivision.
I brought my Kleenex
Okay,
in case I start
and
crying.
it's on file for 2 lots.
it's not that bad.
Like I said, I've been in New Mexico. And I said, I couldn't have it. I'm just never have been a geek. Send me to Alaska, you know. I was even, when I went to Island Man in Ireland, the hottest it got was 75.
Did you get one of these?
I'm really around.
Dave?
No, I
And
didn't.
shorts.
Sorry.
It's way too hot.
I just looked at Jim, I'm sorry.
And they don't have any air conditioning, you know.
Have you met Jim? Dave?
Jim?
Hit me,
I haven't met
Dave.
anyone named Jim. Hi, Dave. I'm Janet.
She's my daughter.
What's that?
Maybe we should invest in an air conditioner.
Have we met?
Yes.
So bad.
I think I
You know, I
will.
can run around with
Here, go over here. That's all right, thank you for coming in. And did you want an agenda or you want
Squeeze
to
in
go?
here, got me? There you go. Thank you.
Thanks.
I forgot.
How are you today?
They're going backwards.
Well, it's going in
Yes,
there.
it is.
I think I'm gonna
Going down that
I know
way.
it. But prior to that, it's been very good.
Yes,
Here we go.
yes, we've got a meeting that should get out.
Get that, go get your signatures.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna steal my little Amber away.
That's,
Scotty, make it.
it is. Keep it pretty good, Amber.
I noticed, yeah. That looks like she's having a good time and enjoying every minute of it, so I can't begrudge you that.
I saw you there. I'm good.
You're good?
Nice, Kelly. Very
Thank you,
nice.
Kelly. Here you go, Kelly.
What?
You're very welcome. Your goal is to find someone else that hasn't signed it yet.
Not a good result. So, I just saw the news.
You might have to sit by the commissioners.
Chad needs to sign it for Great West, right up here. Sign in sheet.
Yeah, we haven't got it to him yet.
Oh.
I've been making
You
sure it's
passed it
around.
around?
Yeah, I've nominated myself in charge of making
Good
sure
job.
these things are.
Hey, we don't bite, Mike.
Thank you.
Here's
That's fair.
one for
Okay.
Kelly. Pass that down to them. And I gave him already, I think. Did I give you one of these already?
Yeah, I got it wrong. Thank you.
Because I'm looking at my eyes wrong. They're different than the one that.
Good evening.
Kelly. Oops.
Good thing it's school proof.
So how it might be, I'm Joanne Blyton. Joanne Blyton, yeah. Why do I know that name?
I'm running to be the commissioner for Joliet, yes, and I served 4 years in the Columbus Native folks out here.
Good. It's probably not. Okay, he's saying you got this.
Just everything
I just go with the flow.
And then everybody wants to listen to this, so you know, shut up about people for real. I'm just trying to make sure.
I might.
Well, my youngest brother is coming from Japan and I haven't seen him in so many years.
Yeah, it is.
Japanese
I
family.
would, but
Has
you
two
know, like.
kids over there.
You know what? I'm not gonna be a nice guy.
Speak
But
English.
the problem is,
So,
go through it like this, and put it this way,
he arrives
then you
today.
turn around and go like the other people, they say,
He's been gone for a while.
so,
He's
this
doing
is
well.
like a tricky thing.
Of course, 14, 15.
Now, this is the 2015 roll, the 2000 whatever, 11 or whatever is a much more thicker. Okay, but that will give you a
Okay, yeah.
That one, right?
I'm always open to, you know, being one of those, so I don't know.
Well, you were busy. I was
Well,
being
you know,
nice
my
to you.
sister always said,
And Janet, keep your hands off Dave's coat. Janet, don't touch that. It's his.
Don't drink soda.
That's not Randy at all.
You're terrible.
I know.
Years ago. I know, but he goes,
Well, I mean-
he goes to that car show and he has his fire wreck going on.
Generally,
And
it's not.
he sees a 69. It's painted just the way he wanted it. I said, "Did you get the number? What's for sale?"
Oh, yeah, it's a different deal.
they're common sense, you know, it's not.
I know. He's from
Christmas is coming.
What's
69, Carol.
the sign-in thing?
Times, I saw the train.
And I really didn't think at first.
There's just two for lower elevations. So
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
not- Go up and over there.
And they got, well, she kind of.
I have my.
Yep.
Here, Alistair.
Oh, nice.
I should just stick them on there, but afraid they'll pass them on.
There you go. Good girl.
And this way I can read every one of these as I.
They're all the same.
I know, but each time I can get over the farther down the list.
Things are getting interesting.
set this right over here. Let's call the meeting to order. Would you please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All it means is so be it.
Okay, we are
There's two
going
chairs.
to.
Yeah, there's 2 chairs in there. 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got 5
Six.
chairs.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
6 chairs.
The town of Fromberg is going to present a plaque of appreciation to Mr. Jim Perkins. Mr. Perkins, would you please come forward? This is a plaque honoring Jim Perkins, retiring city council member,
You can step back, Ellen.
in recognition and appreciation to your many years of dedicated service to the city of Fromberg. You exemplified our values of honesty and integrity.
Thank you. Sean, just around that.
Thank you.
Running out of room here.
So if you hold it the other way, hold it back.
You want to see it
Yeah,
this way?
that-
Okay.
that's
It's
perfect,
kind
yeah.
That's Jim's seat, but there's a seat right down there.
There's seats up here.
Or if you guys want to scoot down a little
Okay.
bit.
I don't know where the sign is.
Down there.
Oh, down there? Oh, it's behind you.
Sorry about that. I thought it was my chair.
Thank you, Jim. Oh.
And following that, presentation to Mr. Perkins. We have a special presentation for Dustin Williams, if you please come up front. Mr. Nottingham will present the certificate to Dustin.
We have a frame for this also, Dustin. But thank you for a job well done.
Yes.
You saved a baby's life this past week. And I appreciated being there at the right time and doing the right thing.
Yes.
Very honored.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are.
Good job.
You know, I just gotta say, for Jim Perkins, he's been here a long time. He's done a good job. And I appreciate having the opportunity to work with him. And thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
And also for Dustin, it's amazing that we have the youth that we do today that are able to step up and do what's required to save a life. A lot of youth would have run, they'd have avoided it. Not this young man. And I really appreciate it. The baby's still not doing well, I understand, but still alive. I think it's pretty awesome.
And I would just like to add to that, that we have a lot of pretty amazing young people in our community. And a lot of them have just stepped up to help in any way they can. And I think that the town of Fromberg actually should make a tradition of honoring some of these young people. and recognizing them for the work that they do. So, with that, are there any changes to the agenda?
You want to bump in the air from commissioners within the room and sheriff's program?
How much of a hurry are you guys in?
We're at your leisure.
Don't hurry. I was gonna say, we could bump you guys up nice. You guys nice and ready.
Don't carry on.
Very on.
I make a motion, we accept the agenda as written.
I second it.
We have a motion to consent to the agenda, and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We are going to look at letters of intent to the council for the vacant seat of Mr. Crickett. So we will start with Mr. Stapleton. Mr. David Stapleton writes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this letter is to express my interest in becoming the interim Fromberg City Council member for the period of time stated in the notice posted at the post office. I'm a resident of the city of Fromberg and have maintained my residence here for the past 13 years. I graduated from Fromberg High School in 1976 and have lived here for a total of 28 years. I own a home in Fromberg and have a great deal of civic pride in our community. My mother graduated from Fromberg High School in 1939. Her father homesteaded in this area in the early 1900s. My roots in our community go way back. I presently work at Fred's Appliance in Billings as manager of contractor sales. I negotiate large volumes of appliance sales, supplying multi-family projects and large volume production builders with their appliance needs. It has been necessary from time to time for me to sign contracts with hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. I have also had experience managing people in a management position. With a well-known furniture outlet, my management experience spans 20 plus years. I've also taken several transfers with this same company, moving myself and my family to places like Casper, Wyoming, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, South Bend, Indiana, Palm Springs, California. In that capacity, my duties included, but were not limited to, employment interviews, employment terminations, inventory control, building maintenance, employee scheduling, vehicle maintenance, and etc. In conclusion, I think my past experiences in the business world, desire to protect the integrity of our little community, and my long history with the town and the townspeople will be a great asset to the city of Fromberg. If I am chosen to fill the vacant position of council, I will serve with pride and will help to provide the citizens of Fromberg with an experienced sounding board, make sound decisions based on experience and history, and help our community move into the future with its head held high. Thank you for your consideration. David Stapleton, 313 West River Street, Fromberg, Montana."
You want to introduce him?
Please stand. Mr. David Stapleton.
You look funny without one more funny.
The next letter of interest is from Dana Williams. To whom it may concern, I would like to formally submit my name as candidate for the vacated council seat for Fromberg, Montana. I have lived in Fromberg for 13 years. I have witnessed the good and the bad from all venues, ranging from management to crime. Fromberg could be a great place, but it needs strong and vested leadership to make it happen. I have a wealth of experience in highway and pipeline construction. I can offer experience and a level head when it comes to evaluating public works projects and town upkeep. In addition, I have served 6 years on the Fromberg Fire Department. It is this commitment to the committee that I believe makes me a perfect candidate. I have substantial experience with heavy equipment, mechanical repair, management experience to further strengthen my qualifications for the position. I work in Fromberg, I live in Fromberg, and I want to make Fromberg into a town I know it can be. I look forward to helping bridge the division that has taken hold in Fromberg and help to unite us in a common goal in improving the town we live in. Daniel Williams, please stand. Mr. Daniel Williams. Audrey Walliser, to whom it may concern, when proposed with the question of why I desire to be Fromberg's next town council member, my response is this. I want to be a council member who does an outstanding job by being a true public servant, to serve as leader in our community by providing proactive leadership with knowledge, understanding, respect, and integrity. The bottom line is that the best public servant is grounded in the promotion of integrity and providing proactive leadership while acknowledging and respecting Montana's diversity. I have a vision for the community's future by providing for the health, safety, and welfare of its constituents. I know the constituents and who I would be working for. I have an open mind and can separate emotion from responsibility. I would maintain high ethical standards, honesty, and transparency with the press, constituents, and other officials as allowed for, and practice understanding and acknowledgement of their perspective, all the while focusing on what is the best solution for the community. I am confident in my qualifications and knowledge of issues facing the community. As a council member, I would expect some of the key responsibilities to include mission, policy, administration, and management. Council members need familiarity with state and local government, budgeting, personal management, communications, public affairs, media, and law. The most effective council members are knowledgeable of their community, county, and state, and possess ethical behavior, have strong work ethic and integrity, all skills which I possess and people in the community and state could and will vouch for. Today's citizens depend on local government now more than ever, given that local government directly touches their lives. Council members are involved in far more than such traditionally mandated services as public records, law enforcement, and tax collection. Today, concerns such as criminal activity, housing, environmental protection, transportation growth, and economic development. I am ready to face those challenges with ethical, sound decisions. Council members are tasked with navigation of many obstacles, including the borrowing of money and unfunded mandates. Montana law limits the avenues that communities and counties can utilize to raise their own revenue. Meanwhile, trying to conduct, run, and maintain community business while maintaining transparency and more efficiently and ethically. These are not uncommon tasks for me. The maintenance and construction of roads is an aspect of country living and a significant issue in Fromberg and Carbon County, which must be consistently addressed. Liability, growth, and management, and personal administration are also issues facing council members today, and I think that I could assist with my skill and knowledge to help navigate effectively those issues. As a council member, I would plan on spending my time talking with employees, constituents about their concerns. I feel that this would be my duty to be out and interacting with the community and people of Carbon County. 3 items which I would like to spearhead specifically are to hold a community listening session. I believe that the community itself hold the best ideas and know the issues that sometimes local government does not. I feel given the recent tension in the community is ripe to bridge gaps and work to build a better community. Self-sufficiency as a community. All resources for philanthropy comes from Bridger and Joliet. It would be nice to establish a community pantry and assistance program for neighbors helping neighbors. Community education on items such as budgeting, home purchases, community awareness. I also have an avenue for assistance if a community member needs assistance with food, clothing, holidays, etc. Bring town code into state and federal compliance. Much of our town code and ordinances need to be brought up to date. Some are redundant, some contradict each other, and others impede the ability for growth and expansion in the community. There are multiple resources available to the community to make this possible. I would help foster those relationships for betterment of the community. A council member must be versatile, spending days between convening, brokering, making tough decisions, and developing consensus. I would expect to have impeccable attendance at meetings including regular council meetings, work sessions, executive sessions, special meetings, and public hearings, in addition to the duty of attendance of other non-formal, unofficial gatherings and events in the community. Additionally, working in conjunction with other community leaders, commissioners, community leaders, local, state government, work to collect true, accurate, non-biased information to make informed, ethical decisions. In addition to working on building consensus and making an effort to know and have knowledge of the functions and responsibilities of the other elected officials' positions. It is my opinion that as a council member can accomplish nothing without the support of colleagues, community, and county. I believe these qualifications will fit your requirements and the needs of Fromberg exceptionally well. I'm confident that I have the education, skills, experience, and references needed to not only fill this position, but to be a great asset to the county. Respectfully, Audrey Wallace. Sir, stand up, please, Audrey. This is Audrey. We didn't have one more? No. Okay. So we'll let the council look over these. And then we will vote for new council member and a new council person, swear them in.
Can I ask questions?
Yes.
Dave, how would you mend the fences in Fromberg and try to get all the people to, how might you be able to do that?
I'm not really familiar with the fences that are broken, to tell you the truth. I'm kind of a Canadian, as so to speak, in this little soiree that sounds like is going on. I think that the only way to get people to work together is to get them involved with projects and ideas that there's some consensus on, that they can work together on, and then start to mend, I guess, the planks that are cracked.
Where would you see Fromberg in 3 years?
Well, I think Fromberg, as a small community in Montana, has its share of challenges. The budget is gonna give us some idea of where we can go. I mean, there are certain things that we can do without funds, but most of the things that the people of Fromberg would like to see done have something to do with a dollar sign, and those funds are a challenge, and it's important that people understand that though we would like to see things change dramatically, those things really are hard to do in a community this size. I think changes are going to be baby steps.
Yeah, where do you see Fromberg in 3 to 5 years? 3 years?
I think there's a lot of different ways that we can look at Fromberg as an aspect, whether it's if we're looking at growth, whether we're looking at infrastructure, whether we're looking at business, and I think we need to look at all three of them. There's ways that we can bring extra revenue in on some of the property that we have. There's ways that we can unite people a lot more as far as getting to the same goal. Everybody's got common ground somewhere. It doesn't matter where it is or how it is. We can always build off of the common grounds for a much better goal. And just like our baseball parks down there, our softball parks, that's already in the works. Get that fixed, get that up. Kids always need something more to do. When they got something more to do and more people leading them into something that's more active and sports oriented, it's always better for them anyways. And honestly, you look at our football team, our basketball team, that pretty much drives the community in a lot of different ways anyways. Being able to help the kids, help them grow, give them what they need to succeed, and look at other business revenues and bringing more business in. it's just a win-win situation.
Audrey, where would you see the town in, say, 3 years?
I think Fromberg has an opportunity to really grow into something better, but we have to have a more stable foundation than what we have right now. We have to be honest with ourselves and look at the fact that we don't have a solid foundation, whether that be economically, whether that be with our rules and our policies, and whether that be with the community in general. We need to get to the roots of the problem, we need to address them. What do we need to do to bring people into this town? What do we need to do to work on the issues that we have in this town? And we have to be honest with ourselves, every single person in this room, and say, what's the issue, what are we going to do about it, and what am I going to do to help with that problem? And that's a really tough thing because everybody kind of has to do a gut check of what are we willing to do. And in 3 to 5 years, we're kind of at a crossroads. Are we going to grow? Are we going to develop? What's going to happen if they do close our school? What's going to happen if state money doesn't come in? There's a lot of factors that are beyond the control of anyone in this room, except for maybe the 3 gentlemen sitting up front to a point. But in all honesty, I mean, we have to really kind of look at that and say, what's going to happen if things happen that are beyond our control, and what are we going to do? What's plan A, what's plan B, and what's the continuation of that? I would love to see this community restored back to what it was. There's great photos of this community in the 60s and the 70s and even earlier than that of what it was. How do we get back to that point? How do we build community pride? It's one step at a time.
Do you have any questions, Phil? Anybody that is attending the meeting has a question? Of any of the candidates for the seat? No? Council members, it is up
Well,
to you. 2 nominated.
to start with, I'd kind of like to let everybody that put in their names know that as a council person, I do appreciate that because it means you're stepping up, you're wanting to get involved. Now it's we get to pick one of you, and that's the hard part, because each one of you have different qualifications that would help the town, and trying to pick the best one out of that is a tough choice. One will get it, 2 will not. However, I hope that if you don't get accepted here tonight, it doesn't mean that you stop trying to be part of the community. That you guys volunteer for committees, to be involved, to try to bring about some change and some better things for the town. So, it's a tough choice for me. But I'm going to make a motion to accept Audrey Loester as our next council person. And I have nothing against the other people, it's just that she's the best qualified, in my opinion, right now.